Hi, I'm Johnny John. Today I want to show you the Holy Tempo technique. So the Holy Tempo is a meditation designed to quickly bring your mind into a state of stillness, peace, and harmony. As the practice is quite short, 1 minute, you can prolong it for as long as you want. As the practice is quite short, it's really helpful for those busy people who just do not have enough time to practice actual meditation for long periods of time. So this meditation technique is great for those people who are preparing, who need a quick way to prepare for a presentation. A quick way to bring their mind into a state of peace and stillness and focus for an interview or even to prepare to sleep. Now, before we get into the actual practice, let us talk a little bit about it so we can understand how it works. Now, the mind, when it's full of wandering thoughts, of negativities, of worries, of fears, it will only bring unhappiness within. So the mind is a holy temple where you want to keep unwanted visitors out. The unwanted negativities, the unwanted wandering thoughts. Now, when we try to instruct the mind to do what we want to do, often it can prove futile. Have you ever tried to tell your mind to stop thinking about a person, about a thing, about a problem? It's like trying to turn off a music that has been stuck in our minds. It can be difficult. It can be impossible. Now, the Holy Tempo meditation works not against the mind. It works with the mind. So through the meditation, we are instructing the mind, not through going against it, but through declaring words of wisdom, of truth, so that the mind cannot really refuse. So let us look at what the Holy Tempo technique looks like. The Holy Tempo technique consists of many declarations of instructions in the form of truth and wisdom. Let us simply call these the Holy Declarations. Let us look at the example shown to understand the technique a bit more. So the Holy Tempo is built of many holy declarations, of which you declare in the mind to help it settle into peace and harmony. Now let us go into detail at what each self-declarations mean. Now it's easier to instruct the mind when the instructions are full of wisdom and truth. So each of the self-declarations are not of any religious or imaginative nature, but of the truth. And each time we repeat the self-declarations, we are absorbing the wisdom within the words. Let us look at the first self-declaration, the Holy Declaration, to understand what I mean. My mind is a holy temple, a place for peace and happiness. We first start the Holy Temple by first acknowledging the truth that the mind is indeed a sacred place. Because when there's negativity inside, then we will experience unhappiness. If there are wandering thoughts inside, then we will experience unhappiness. So any thoughts, any worries, any negativities are unwanted visitors because they will only cause stress to the mind. So the first self-declaration is to make it aware that it's a sacred place, and this will help to prepare the mind to absorb the later instructions much better. Then the next holy declaration, no talking to people inside. Talking is to be done outside. This piece of instruction, wisdom, is to understand that there's no point of talking to imaginary people in your head. If you want to talk to someone, then talk to them outside. Sometimes, when we're angry with someone, or when we worry about someone, we can get into a state of talking to them in our mind. For this instruction, we can actually simply say, no talking to people inside, but it won't be enough to convince the mind. But if you add the declaration, talking is to be done outside, then the mind will be more open to the instruction, because this becomes a piece of wisdom, a piece of truth that the mind cannot refuse. No working inside, working is to be done outside. Sometimes, when we have a lot of work to do, we can start trying to finish it off in our minds. But realize that any of the work we do inside will not achieve anything. This will only stress the mind. It is by doing the work outside that we can actually get any work done. So again, we can ask the mind to stop working inside, but this instruction will not be powerful enough. If we add the declaration, working is to be done outside, then this becomes a piece of wisdom, a piece of truth. The mind will be more convinced, because it will realize the wisdom of not working inside. No solving problems inside. Solving problems is to be done outside. Sometimes, when we have a lot of worries, we may want to solve it inside. But from experience, we will realize that we can never really solve a problem on the inside, no matter how much you flip it over and over again in the mind. Also, when the mind is stressed, no solutions will come. The only way to solve problems is to calm the mind, to solve the problems on the outside. So again, we can instruct the mind to not solve problems inside. But it can be hard to fight off the urge to not do it when we're faced with a problem in life. So we add the declaration, solving problems is to be done outside, to make it into a piece of wisdom and truth for the mind to be in peace with. And then the Holy Temple finishes the same way we began. So now you can start to see the patterns of how to instruct the mind. We're essentially turning instructions into pieces of wisdom, of truth, so that the mind cannot really refuse. Okay, so how do we practice the Holy Temple meditation? Since the goal of the practice is to relax the mind, you can do it in any position you like. Standing, sitting down, closed eyes, open eyes, at work, at home, wherever, whenever. However, I would suggest to do the Holy Temple meditation in a sitting position with your back straight, eyes closed, breathing through the nose, because this will make the mind more alert and more receptive than when lying down. When we do the Holy Temple, we don't need to say the statements out loud. We just say it out in our minds with the full understanding of what we're saying, so that we can absorb the wisdom of what we have just said. So you can just declare the statements in your mind. And we also do each statement with a breath. We breathe in for the part A, and then breathe out for the part B. For instance, while breathing in, declare, my mind. While breathing out, declare, it's a holy temple. And like this, we carry the holy declarations with the breath. And always keep your awareness on the physical sensations of the flow of breath coming in and out of the nostrils. Doing it with the breath will make the mind more focused. Because when you reach a state of peace and harmony, you will get confused on what to focus on, and your mind will wander off again. Okay, so memorize these holy declarations with a full understanding of what each statements mean. And when you're ready, close your eyes and declare the holy declarations in your mind to experience inner peace and harmony. After you have finished the holy declarations, and if you wish to stay in the peace and harmony of the mind, you can continue to keep your eyes closed and continue focusing on the physical sensations coming in and out of the nostrils. So I hope you have experienced greater happiness through the Holy Temple meditation. The following declarations that I have just given you are just some of the declarations you can use. I have included them because talking to people, solving problems, working is often the things that we do most in our minds. Now you can prolong the meditation technique with your own declarations. For instance, if you're a musician and you find yourself always thinking about music, you can say, no music in the mind, no music inside, music is to be done on the outside. If you're someone who likes to teach people things, you can say, no teaching inside, teaching is to be done on the outside. And like this, you can prolong the Holy Temple meditation for as long as you want. Now let us look at some examples of other declarations we can use in the Holy Temple meditation. Now let us look at the way to prolong the meditation practice. After completing the Holy Temple meditation, simply continue to keep your awareness on the physical sensations of the breath coming in and out of the nostrils. And the longer you do this, the deeper the wandering thoughts will surface. Do not be led away by these wandering thoughts by simply observing them. And how do we simply observe them? We simply observe the physical sensations of the breath coming in and out of the nostrils. Through simply observing the breath, we will not be led away by these wandering thoughts. We will be in a state where we can simply observe them. And with time, we'll come to know the theme of these wandering thoughts. And then you can simply repeat the necessary declarations to let go of the wandering thoughts. For instance, if music is coming into the mind again, then declare, no music inside, music is to be played outside. Or if you find yourself solving problems in your mind again, then declare, no solving problems inside. Solving is to be done on the outside. Let us do an example of a longer Holy Temple meditation. Let us do this for 10 minutes. Now memorize the Holy Temple meditation before you begin. Okay, now let us do a longer Holy Temple meditation practice. Find a comfortable place to sit and close your eyes and begin the Holy Temple meditation. Once you have finished, keep your eyes closed and simply observe the physical sensations of the breath coming in and out of the nose. And I will come in from time to time to help guide you deeper into the practice. The practice will end in 10 minutes. So begin the Holy Temple meditation. Close your eyes and begin. I will be coming in from time to time to help guide you deeper into the practice. So keep on observing the physical sensations of the breath coming in and out of the nose. Doing this will help to pull you back into the present moment, to pull you back from getting led away by your wandering thoughts. Keep on focusing your awareness on the physical sensations of the breath coming in and out of the nose. The more you are still, the deeper you will go into the mind. As a result, the deeper wandering thoughts will surface. This is good. If you're experiencing deeper wandering thoughts, this is good. Let them surface so that you can let them go, so that you can go into even deeper stillness. If you encounter wandering thoughts, simply observe the physical sensations of the breath coming in and out. This is how you let the wandering thoughts come and go. Your only task is to observe the physical sensations of the breath coming in and out. Because as you do this, you will start to realize the theme of your wandering thoughts. Is it about work? Is it about problems? Is it about someone? After you realize the theme of the wandering thoughts, it is then you can declare the necessary holy declarations to get the mind back into the state of peace and harmony again. For instance, when you encounter thoughts to do with work, then declare no working inside. Work is to be done on the outside. Then come back to the physical sensations of the breath. Still keep your awareness focused on the physical sensations of the breath coming in and out of the nostrils, letting it come naturally and letting it go naturally. Let everything happen naturally. If you are without wandering thoughts, simply enjoy the peace and harmony by focusing on the breath. If you are with wandering thoughts, declare the necessary wisdom to come back to the state of stillness again. Do not strain, just relax. Before we end the meditation, realize that through experiencing stillness, you will be experiencing a state of happiness. Realize the relationship between stillness and happiness, the importance of keeping the mind a holy place without wandering thoughts, without unnecessary visitors. Through stillness, you will uncover deeper wandering thoughts. And as you sit there simply observing, you will come to know the theme of the wandering thoughts. And with time, the cause as to why you are generating them. Such is the enlightening part of the practice. So the Holy Temple meditation is a quick way for you to get your mind into a state of stillness. It's a great way to start out your day also with the Holy Temple technique when you wake up, to prepare the mind to be in a more focused state, the state of stillness, so that you can go throughout your day effortlessly without your wandering thoughts affecting you. You can use it throughout the day. You can also use it at the end of the day, when you go to bed. Because most of the times when we go to bed, we just jump into it and hope that our mind would take us to dreamland. But sometimes our mind can just wander off, thinking about our worries or the stress. And then we end up not having a good night's sleep. So when you're in bed, do the Holy Temple technique. What you'll realize is that your mind will get into a deep state of relaxation and stillness, which will help you to sleep better. Now, the Holy Temple meditation works on naturalness. So when you breathe naturally. And when you instruct the mind with wisdom, you don't force the mind. You simply declare wisdom so that the mind can understand, because the mind cannot refuse truth. So every time you repeat wisdom, the mind will get into a state of deeper and deeper stillness. Now, if you have a very chaotic mind that is impossible, that you find impossible to get it into a state of stillness, what I would have to suggest is for you to address your lifestyle. Because if we do not address the cause of a wandering mind, then the mind will continue to wander. So you can take my other course, which is called Transform Your Mind, Transform Your Life. There you will learn the various ways to master your mind through life experiences. If you wish to go deeper into meditation, you can take my 5% course, 5% breath course. There you will learn how to go deeper into the state of presentness, of stillness, through the breath rather than declarations. That meditation course will help you to understand more about yourself and how the mind works. So free courses for all of you to take to develop greater happiness in life. So maybe I'll see you soon.